The multi-agency search for a man that police believe shot an officer out of McBee last night is now over.
27-year-old Austin Maudlin was shot and killed earlier this morning in Lee County following a deputy-involved shooting there. That's about 30 miles from McBee. Now, Maudlin was wanted for shooting a McBee officer during a traffic stop around 11 last night. WIS reporter Ashley Jones has been following this story all day for us and joins us live near the scene. Ashley, what new details can you share for us this evening?
Well, Hannah and Judy, a lot of the new details that we're learning are coming from the Lee County Sheriff Daniel Simon. He says that the events leading up to Maudlin's death earlier this morning were very scary, and it caused this scene right here behind me. But he says that it could have been much worse. So what Sheriff Simon told me is that Maudlin went on a shooting spree attempting to hit deputies. And in the midst of that shooting, Sheriff Simon said in an ambush attack, Maudlin injured a deputy and a canine was killed. So I'm going to walk you through the timeline of how all of this happened. Around 11 o'clock last night in Chesterfield County, Maudlin shot a deputy during an officer during a traffic stop. That's when SLED issued a national alert for him, telling people to be on the lookout for his 2013 Toyota Tacoma. Two hours later, Maudlin was spotted here in Hartsfield in Lee County. That was around 10 this morning. That's when he got into a standoff with Lee County deputies. Law enforcement had not confirmed how exactly Maudlin died, but a source close to this investigation tells me he was shot by deputies during that standoff. I spoke to one neighbor who lives close by the scene. He told me that Maudlin actually came to his home, knocking on his back door after being shot.
The time as I got to the back door and look around out the windows and see who was out there, and he was gone. And then the police come and told me I had to leave for a minute. Something happened, and I went down probably about 2 or 3 miles down the street and sat till everything was over, and they called me and told me that he had got shot and killed out there in the field out there at the tent there.
Also over in that field?
Yeah, he laying out there.
Now that neighbor says that he believes that Maudlin was coming to his home to get some help after he'd been shot and then ran into that cornfield nearby his home, and that's where he died at. This is just a very tragic day, specifically for this community. Today was supposed to be Lee Central High School's homecoming, and they were going to have a parade. None of those festivities have been canceled so far, and they haven't been impacted by this incident. But again, this was a day that was supposed to be celebrated and full of excitement for this community, but has ended in tragedy, specifically for the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Now, again, Sheriff Simon told me that he was going to be speaking with me on camera a little bit later this evening, but he just seemed very upset when I last spoke with him. So I'm not banking on that interview right now. But again, our hearts go out to this entire community. And as we learn more information, of course, we will deliver it all to you. But for now, reporting live here in Lee County, I'm Ashley Jones, WIS News 10.
Ashley, thank you for that update tonight. Now, as Ashley mentioned, this incident started in the small town of McBee, which is in Chesterfield County.
And just moments ago, we learned new details about the officer that was shot.
He has now been identified as Officer Jeriel Wright. His family tells us that he's doing okay, but he is injured.
WIS reporter Naomi Popa continuing our team coverage for us tonight, and she's been speaking with people that live in McBee. Naomi, what has been the overall response?
The people I spoke with today tell me they awoke to gunshots, but not just one, a rapid fire as described by one of the neighbors. The shooting happened here off 11th Street in the town of McBee in Chesterfield County. According to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, 27-year-old Austin Maudlin was wanted after a McBee police officer was shot during a traffic stop Thursday night around 11 p.m. Gregory Rogers lives one street over. He says he isn't surprised by the incident, but that it does raise safety concerns, especially given it happened just off the campuses of McBee Elementary and High School.
Shooting that many rounds, that could have went in anybody's home. Just grace of God. So yes, it's very concerning, and even more concerning that it's so close to the school.
Rogers says he's involved in the McBee community group, and conversations regarding safety have been rising in recent years. He says this area is a speed trap, and it is not uncommon for officers to initiate traffic stops late at night. SLED continues to investigate this shooting. I've reached out for additional details. There are none at this time. Reporting in McBee, I'm Naomi Popa, WIS News 10.
Naomi, thank you. Obviously, still a developing story. As we learn more, we'll certainly keep you updated here on air and news as it breaks on WISTV.com and the WIS app.